Hey everybody, welcome to whatever this live stream is. It's late night, Tuesday night. We're just chilling out here. And let me just tell you exactly the events that took place tonight. So, watching some videos. Zohar did another one of his crazy videos where he figured out, what the new one update show is gonna be. And then I got to thinking about it. And I was looking at it closer. And I was like, I think I figured it out. And so I wanted to go live and be like, hey, I may have cracked the code on what 80s game is coming out. And so for those of you that don't know, you might be thinking, wait, Justin probably already knows because he works for Arcade1Up, right? Well, as you guys know, that is not true. I don't know what the new releases are. I'll tell you everything that I do know. It's nothing more than what's out there. Is on 420, we're going to get an announcement. Everyone thinks it's going to be, I don't know, the race car game that everyone's freaking out about. Fast and the Furious, right? So it's probably Fast and the Furious. Then we got some 80s title that's coming out later. I don't know what it is. But I wanted to have fun trying to figure out what it is. So this live stream wasn't planned to be like, I'm going to go live and kind of speculate what the new 80s title is. It's more of a, I was thinking about it, and everything Arcade1Up does recently is a troll. And so I'm like, hey, could they be trolling us? And it's right in our face. It's right in our face. So I was kind of taking that point of view of, yeah, what if it's right there. Anyway, so I grabbed some pictures real quick to kind of break down exactly what I'm thinking. I want to say hi in the chat. What is going on? Paul, Sam, we got Console Fanboy here, Mad Astra Gaming, 9 Scorpion, thanks for coming out. Constorm, Port of Dreams, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. Really appreciate it. Anyway, so let's talk about it. So, as you guys know, there's going to be a new update from Arcade1Up, one of their update shows. And it appears to be the Affinity Game Table or tablet, the tablet, right? So, they're kind of making it pretty obvious with let me try to figure out my streaming here. Okay, so we're gonna hide this. Okay, cool. They're making it pretty obvious, right? So here you have the one update on the Arcade1Up official. It premieres. Oh wait, it's a premiere. Wait, is this a live stream? Wait, hold on a second. I'm just figuring this out right now. It doesn't say go live. Doesn't YouTube normally say it goes live? This is an uploaded video. I think they're just premiering some video. Is that right? Or is it a live show? I don't know. Like, I'm sitting here going like, why does it say premieres in 43 hours? Isn't premieres in 43 hours typically mean it's an uploaded video? So those of you who don't know, like, so YouTube, as a content creator, you can upload videos. You can set those to public, you can set them private, you can make them unlisted. So unlisted is like you could send the link to someone. Private, only you can see them typically. And then you have a public one that's just an upload. And then you have a live stream, and then you have shorts. So you have all those different varieties on YouTube. And a premiere is when you've scheduled an upload. And yeah, I just now noticed that. It says premieres, not live. So I'm wondering if this is not actually a live update. They're just going to release the... Am I wrong? Or is YouTube say... I don't know. I think premieres are public uploads. Anyway, that was not the point of why I went live. The point of why I went live is because I was thinking, what if this is a troll job? Because that's what Zohar kept on saying in his video about, basically they're trolling the community, and he kept on, and he reached out to me. We were chatting about it, and he was like, oh, do they think we're idiots? They're just like, it's obviously an Infinity game tablet that's being released. It's right there in front of your face. Why would they do that? Right, it's just a commercial, it sounds like. Yeah, it's just a commercial. So, but then I started looking closer and I thought, are they teasing us with the background? I know this is going crazy, but is Rampage coming out soon? And is Street Fighter coming out soon? These are kind of old Gen 1 images behind there. And I'm going to take you through this process of my thinking. So I literally was like, wait a second. Rampage. Are they re-releasing Rampage? Is that the 80s title? Now hold on, because I got to take you through this. So I went and looked. Remember the Rampage? Rampage is this Gen 1 cabinet. They actually went high in value there for a while. They were rare. I still have this one. I saw these for about $800. Very odd that they were going for that, like on eBay. They were just kind of like a rare cabinet. I think maybe there's this, some people that are trying to collect them all, maybe. And so with limited quantities, and then maybe a set of people that are trying to collect them, the price kind of goes up. It's possible, right? So does that tell you that Arcade1Up needs to re-release it? I don't know about that when it comes to Rampage. It would be really cool to get a Rampage in the newest form factor, because this doesn't look anything like the original. But remember, David McIntosh, he basically said, like, there is a new 80s title, right? This is the joke. It's a new 80s title. The fact that it's new is funny because it's an 80s title. Okay, so what is the 80s title? So I looked closer and I'm like, is it Defender? Is that the clue? The clue about the image behind the tablet is Rampage. So then, is it one of the games that are on there? Because freaking John does crap like that all the time. Where it's like in front of, like if you look closely, like this would explain why this is so obvious what the reveal is. Because behind it was something he's trolling us with. Okay, is it Defender? They've done a Defender already. Is it Joust? I don't know. This is what I was thinking. What if it's Gauntlet? Ooh. So then I was like, okay, could it be Gauntlet? And is it a Gauntlet 4-player? Kind of a mixture of, like, imagine the Blitz, but kind of look more like the original. And then what would they pair with that Gauntlet? Would they pair Gauntlet Legends? Now, this is not a game that I've ever played, but I've heard people talk about Gauntlet Legends as being a pretty good game. I was dating in 1998, so I didn't play many video games those years. Let's see. So Atari Midway, could Arcade1Up do that? Maybe. It's a hack and slash game. Developer, joint venture between Atari and Midway. Could Arcade1Up do that? Well, it came out in like 98. But here's the thing. With the newer titles of like the Fast and the Furious, that's showing that Arcade1Up can really make a jump in the technology. So certain games that can be emulated on a single board computer with the latest processor, whatever this new chip that's coming out, could that work? Toxin with a really cool Gauntlet Legends or Rampage World Tour. That's interesting. So I kind of was looking closer at the Gauntlet Legends machine. I found this picture. I mean, would we get? I don't think this is nostalgia. So, if they put that title on there, would it be a secondary title? I don't know. I'm not really sure. But here's the thing. Right before I went live, this was an idea that I had really quick. So I grabbed some pictures. I was like, hey, I got a little bit of time. I'll go live, and I'll kind of talk about that. And then I thought one thing, and I hope this doesn't, like, Sorry, the weird camera. I hope this doesn't upset you. Like, oh, Justin went live with that, but like literally like right before he went live, he changed his mind and was like, it's not that. But that's kind of what happened, because I started thinking, okay, what would be the proof that it's not this? Okay. If John's not trolling us with this whole Rampage thing, what would be the proof? And I thought the proof would be, this image is nothing. Nothing here going on. Hey, look, I'm looking at it at an angle. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up? Switch to this camera. Yeah, right there. This background image, is that just their generic background image that they use for all the Arcade1Up date shows? And I was like, oh, wait a second. Let me look closer. It is. It is. Look, Travis right there. Behind Travis is just Street Fighter. And if you look closely, like, you can see the, like, centipede over there. So if you look closer at that image, isn't that centipede? I think it's just the background image. So we've come full circle. I got you there for a second there. I wasn't trying to tease you, though. I'm really am taking you through my entire, like, thought process that just happened in the last few minutes. But is it possible that it is Gauntlet? Even though we just kind of proved it's probably not. It's probably not Gauntlet. Because the whole clue that took us down that rabbit hole was based on the picture Rampage. What title is on here that they haven't released as, like, the top marquee title? Could be Gauntlet. Could they do Gauntlet well? Maybe. They've definitely done better 4-player designs now. Is that something that people would be interested in? That I don't know. I also don't know. But here's the thing, man. I don't think it's that. But I want to know. Let's chat about it, guys. What do you guys? I'm gonna turn this overlay chat on now, because I want to know what you guys think, because this is something that I'm really intrigued about. I want to know. It's funny. Let me explain this very clearly. I don't want to be leaked exactly what the title is. I don't want to know the answer. I want to savor figuring out what it is. The reason why I was thinking about that is I remember when the Star Wars sequel trilogy came out. I think a lot of people disliked that. That's a pretty common opinion. But during those years, I was obsessed with YouTube, watching a lot of content creators, and I grew to love a lot of those content creators. Some of them I don't watch anymore. But anyway, here's my point. I experienced all 3 of those movies kind of in a different way. And let me know in the chat if you experienced them in a different way. It was like you went and saw them at the theater, but I already knew from all the leaks what they were. It was, but what I thought, I was kind of like joining in with the community of content creators, watching their streams, watching their videos, and they were bit by bit figuring out what the new title, or, they were bit by bit trying to figure out what was in the script and what was in the movie. And then when I saw all 3 of those movies, I kind of got excited about every scene, because it was like, we were right. But really, in the end, it was just kind of a guess. Like from my point of view as a viewer, we didn't really know if that was going to be what the movie was going to be. And okay, so what's my point? Like, there is an 80s title that's coming out. And I don't think Arcade1Up is going to leak this title. I don't think we're going to find out about it. So we have this kind of unique opportunity to make guesses of what it's going to be. And then when it gets announced, we'll be like, we'll be right or we'll be wrong. And I'm kind of excited. Like, right, that's why I went live, because I was like, what if it's Gauntlet? What if I just figured it out? I can go live, we can talk about it, and then I'll be like, that's what I'm going to bet on. But bet it's Gauntlet. It's an 80s game. It fits everything. Not everyone's going to love it, but some people are going to like it. But, I mean, that's the qualifications for any of these games coming out. Not everyone's going to like it, but some people will. So, what do you guys think it's going to be? So, I'm going to filter the chat on my side. Well, KidVid says that the announcement's going to be the Infinity Game Board. I think we know that. That's not really an interesting conversation, going live being like, the one update, what's it going to premiere tomorrow? It's basically a commercial, and it's going to be the Infinity Game Table. And I think this is a marketing opportunity for them. Anyway, so I need a keyword. I'm going to type in 80s. So anything with the word 80s, if you type a message in the chat that has the characters 80 in it, I'm gonna definitely see it. So Toxin, he says, if they do get new 80s cabs and not a re-release, what would the other games be? I won't be a one game cab. Yeah. Remember there was that stream with John, and you know, they were asked, are you ever going to do you're never going to do a one game cab? And he was like, well, you know, I honestly think that he had there's no plans to do a one single title cab, but he doesn't want to like promise that they never would. Okay, so we got Roston with 80s. 80s, I think it's going to be Sinistar. Utilize those 49-way sticks. Come on, dude. Don't tease me like that. An XL Sinistar, vertical XL Sinistar with 19-inch would be insane. That would be insane if they did that. Because the 49-way stick that they have on the Blitz feels really good. And 80s, what are you drinking? Jefferson's whiskey. There you go. Some good stuff. Okay, let's see. John D, the 80s title is 80s for Brady. Speaking of 80s, have you heard about the new Tron game? I saw an alert on the new Tron game. So at work, I subscribed to like this Slack channel, and just like certain keywords kind of show up. And I saw that one, and there's new articles that came out today, right, about this new Tron game. Let's see. Remember calculators, boobies, yeah. Burger Time 80s, Qbert, Marvel Madness. It's funny, I was at yesterday, so about typically every Monday for a long time now, actually, I play pinball downtown Des Moines, and I went there, and my sister came, and that was a lot of fun. We played a lot of, I showed her, basically we spent about an hour and a half just going to like every single pinball game, and she's like, what's next? You know, we basically did, you know, a tournament, like whoever gets the highest score, 2 people, we took turns. And, you know, I showed her, the one that she loved the most, I think, was X-Men. She's like, let's play this one again. It's really good with the magnet. It's like Wolverine. Anyway, a friend of ours was also there. Someone, it's basically this kid who's like 22, but like we know his parents. And so we're like, hey, this is this kid we've known for like 15 years or something, maybe longer. Anyway, he's all grown up, and he's at this bar, and I'm like, hey man, what did you play? And he was like, oh, I played a lot of Attack from Mars. That was a lot of fun. Then he was like, I played this other game, and he goes, but the best game here is Marble Madness. I was like, really? And then he went on, and the kid's like 22, 23 years old. He's like, by far, Marble Madness is the best. And then he said something about, I get really good scores. I was like, what level you get? He's like, I got to the advanced level. I was like, well, I don't even know what that is. Like, I usually play for like 10 minutes. The game like really accelerates in like complications very quickly. You know, the first stage's pretty easy. Second stage, about third, fourth, it's like really, really hard. I usually play 1/4. I get that rush. And I think I've played a couple times in a row, but typically it's just 1 or 2 times when I play Marble Madness. Anyway, I guess he played it on the DS, he said. He's like, oh, I used to play it on the DS. There's a DS version, so I practice on that a lot. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's my Marble Madness story from recent. Afterburners, Yeah, what are you drinking? The original Street Fighters, 80 games. Choke on it. Paperboy with handlebars. Maybe. I mean, maybe. I guess it could be. Do you think another 80s cab would be a huge hit, though? I feel like the community is torn by it. In general, it seems like the community just wants new. Like, not a re-release. We've kind of felt the feeling of a lot of re-releases. So last year, you know, there was like a Golden Tee, but even that was kind of a re-release. It was in the XL form factor. That's cool. But, you know, they messed up on the TN monitor. But then you got these big titles like your Blitz, MVC2, and MVC2. There's a lot of excitement toward it, but some disappointment, of course, on those. But we're used to previously, like, boom, new title, new title, new title, new title. Now it's like kind of like last year was the year of the re-release. And so far, it's been the year of the re-release when it comes to Deluxe, right? I think 80s cabs could do very well if it's a 80s title they've never done before. And I think you could kind of get away. I think if it's like Gauntlet, maybe, it's like, well, it's kind of a re-release, but it's from Gen 1, and you've now elevated it to the marquee title, and you don't put any of the other games on it. Or what was suggested before, you know, you kind of go all in with the Rampage World Tour. But honestly, a 4-player Rampage done right could also do really well, because that's a super iconic game. When you see, I've seen, I think at an auction one time, I saw an original Rampage, and it did really well. I think it went for $1,600, I want to say, and it was in decent shape. It wasn't perfect shape. It was just decent, and you know, it's got a pretty unique shape to it. Yeah, 80s releases will be Qbert because it's well known. I want Battlezone. Yeah. Got some other titles here. 80s games is going to be 80s Game Board with the Affinity. Crystal Castles with 80s. Yeah, that's another one of those. You could get it right with a, you know, a very uniquely shaped cabinet. You know, they could kind of nail it on that. Yeah, I rage quit Marble Madness on the NES in the 80s quite a bit. Yeah, I loved it on the NES. It's funny because, like, I think I played Marble Madness on the NES a lot. And I definitely more than I played it in the 80s at the arcade. But I think that's like that for, like, there was a handful of Atari games that I think I only played a couple times at these different arcades. I remember we lived in Dallas for a little bit, and there was a putt-putt golf, and that'd have been 86. And so it did have, see, I remember the Atari logo, but it was pole position is what it was. And then I remember playing Marble Madness later when we visited Dallas at the mall. And then we visited Dallas later, and we went to the arcade there, and that was the first time I played the TMNT. So that must have been a couple of years later. And I remember the time with TMNT because, so we go to Dallas. We hadn't lived there for a while, but I have a cousin that lives there, and, you know, his dad and his mom, my uncle and aunt. So when we came back to visit, that's where we stayed. And this kid, he was younger than me. He must have been like 5 years old, and I was like 10 years old or something. And he's was obsessed with turtles, like not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but he had a pet turtle. And their parents, the mom specifically, was trying to get this kid to break the habit of talking about turtles all the time. Because he was obsessed with it. All he wanted to do was play with his little, it was like his blanket, right? His security blanket. It was this little stuffed animal that was a turtle. So his mom kept on saying that turtle bites. It was like the dumbest thing ever. The mom was like, you know, turtles bite you. Like, she was literally trying to get the kids scared of turtles. And so we're visiting, and that was happening. And my cousin keeps on saying, turtles bite, turtles bite, turtles bite. And he would run around the house like, turtles bite. But it was like he was sharing that information with everyone. He wasn't scared. He was like, this is even cooler. I love turtles so much more because turtles bite. So I remember as a kid, that was like a saying we would say a lot. Turtles bite, turtles bite. So then we go to the mall, and the mom says to us, we're going to go to the arcade. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And can we take the little kid? She's like, yeah. And I was with my older sisters. You know, they were like teenagers. Yeah, we can go to the mall. So we go to the mall, and the mom says before we head out, she says, as long as you don't introduce that kid to more turtles, you're good. Don't show him any turtles. And so we go to the mall, and we go by the arcade. And what arcade is right at the edge by the hallway is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I go to my cousin, and I'm like, hey, look, there's a video game that's Turtles. And he just locked in. And then my brothers and sisters were like, no, you can't show him that Turtles game. We'll get in trouble. And we're like, okay, we won't show him the Turtles game. We don't want him to get in trouble, you know? And then we continue to walk, and we're like, where is he? Where is he? We're like trying to find him. Like, where did he go? And we look over at the arcade, and his hands, and he was so short that he could barely reach the top. And he's grabbing both joysticks like this, and he's like, Turtles! That's my Turtles story. And from then on, he discovered Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got in bad trouble for that. Like, I think we came home and he would not stop talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That we got ratted out. We got ratted out. I think we like had to go home or something. We got in trouble. Like there was like a fight with the parents and everything. They're like, you introduced my child to Turtles, whatever. So years later, we go visit the family again, like next family reunion, whatever. And he's wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shirt. He's got the toys. His room's decked out with turtles. He's like maybe 7 years old now. And I'm going to talk to him. And I'm like, so you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? He goes, oh, it's the best. And so I haven't seen him for a very long time, but I saw his dad. And I was like, hey, does he still like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? He goes, oh, he's obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Even to this day. It's like his favorite thing. Anyway, sorry, I ranted on that for a while. But, see, like, actually, someone reached out to me, speaking of Turtles, you know, wondering if we're going to get another Turtles this year, like maybe an XL or something, but yeah, I don't think so. I just think they did it already recently. So anyway, so we got Russian Attack for the 80s DDR, the hand version. Is that right? I don't think I've ever played the DDR from the 80s. Although, at the arcade that I went to yesterday, they have a DDR, an arcade, and a couple of my friends were there. These are younger kids. Basically, I'm friends with their parents, and they showed up. These kids showed up. They're in their early 20s. And they were playing DDR, and they'd never played DDR. They're like, this game is hard. I was like, you've never played it? Really? You never played? Never played it? I guess they had never played it. Hey, Zohar, is your story, did you message it to me, or, like, is it in your chat? I think it's in the chat. Let's see. Zohar's... I searched for the word... Oh, Zohar. Let's see. I can search for people that say the word Zohar. Console fanboy. Okay. It's working pretty good. So I just filtered for console fanboy. And so here's people talking about cancel fanboy. Let's see. Thanks, Hobbit. 1UP is too dumb to troll. It's an Infinity game board, for the love of God. Okay. Chat about it. Okay. Hey, can we check the game board? I've never even looked at... No. There's nothing good here, man. I think I'm going to... The silhouette of a middle finger. No. No. Can't find it. It's a TN monitor. Look, all of these chats are dumb. I have a turtle story. When I was 7, my big brother threw my turtles off a balcony. He made a bet that the shell would protect him. It didn't. That's why I'm a therapist. That story made me cry a little bit. Okay, let's go back to 80s. Not the keyword is not console fanboy anymore. Okay. 80s Popeye cocktail table like the one I played in Pizza Hut back in the day, or Qbert. It's pretty good. Anyway, if you're just joining the channel, we are filtering. You may see all the chat here. I think I'm going to add a feature that if I press a button, it'll filter these chats too to only the keywords that I want. I'm going to add that. So we're filtering on the keyword 80. And our next chat, let's see, we're going to emphasize never got into Turtles or other fighting games as they were after my time, but lived the 80s classic and a few earlier 90s too. All right, let's see. JJ. I'm now filtering on JJ. See, that would be fun. Just like whatever the chat is on JJ then. Okay, let's talk about Turtles. Turtles do not land on their feet. Kidvid likes Turtles. I like Turtles. I like Turtles. I like Turtles. There's a lot of people that like Turtles. Yeah. Filtering on keywords is fun. Let's see. Andy's Game Room. Let's see what he's got going on. Now, Andy's Game Room, he says he needs to be a Qbert. 80s, you know, boobies. He likes calculators. Marble Madness would be great. Cabinet 2, play with the kids. I love a Battlezone and Red Baron cab, but only a handful of people would be interested. Is the Red Baron also a pizza? You're so bad. Yeah, I bet you did. This story made me happy. I'm not a turtle. Yeah. Same here, JJ. Same here. Let's see. We got Constorm in the chat here. Constorm. I got nothing on him. How about Whack-A-Mole? Could 1UP make one that's sturdy? I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I don't think that'll work. Let's see. I have a turtle. She's looking at me right now. Wanting more food. Also relevant, turtles do not have wings. Did you guys know that? They don't. They don't have wings. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Couchcade Whack-A-Mole? Could that work? You put it on your couch, right? Let's see. So you put it on your couch, right? There's a right there. And you whack-a-mole? No? It's not gonna work? No? Alright. I tried. Okay. Let's see. So let's get rid of the 80s talk now. And let's get back to business. So we're gonna switch to topics, guys. I'm now filtering on the keyword topic, which nobody in the chat has currently said the word topic. I'm gonna wait for those to come in. Let's have a good conversation. Bring up a topic, and I'll highlight it. And yeah, so to wrap up the 80s, I wish I knew what it is, but I don't want to know. Do you know what I mean? It's like I wish I knew what it is, but I don't want to know. I want to guess and be right. I want you guys to guess and you be right, and I want us to find out when it's released. That's what I want. That would be really good. Stringer film with topic. What's the topic? So my wife Monday. Yes, my wife on Monday took the kids, or my daughter and her friend, to Hot Topic, and she had a really good time because it was really funny going to Hot Topic. It'd been a long time since they'd been to Hot Topic, and she sent me pictures that were funny. Hot Topic. Best Hot Pocket. I had a Hot Pocket the other day, and I learned how to cook it without getting the center cold. True story. And it wasn't overcooked either. It's pretty good. Topic. I saw the Super Mario movie, and I liked it. That's cool. One of my friends reached out to me recently and said, no! Super Mario Brothers movie was lame, is what he said. And I was like, you, my friend, are the lame one. You just haven't figured it out yet. Okay, topic. future 80s cabs for Arcade1Up. That was, you want to stay on the topic. So you want to stay on the topic about future 80s for Arcade1Up. That's the topic you want to stay on. A Gundam game. Which Gundam game? The Gundam game? Or, you know, I only know Gundam style. You want a Gundam style game? Let's see. Which Gundam game? You want the Bandai Namco online Gundam game? Would that be good? Is there like a retro Gundam game you're thinking of? Or is there more like a modern Gundam game? Constorm says, Gundam Extreme Versus would be incredible, but the music license would be a nightmare. Yeah. Ideal pizza topping combination. What do you guys think? Port of Dreams says, what would be the ideal pizza topping combination? Well, you got to start out what's going to divide the whole community. And that is Hawaiian pineapple or not. Like, which one would you go with? Now, I go back and forth. For, you know, sometimes I like the Hawaiian. And sometimes I'm just not in the mood for it. But I'm like Constorm. Meat lovers, next topic. Like, meat lovers, I'm always there. Always. So, if you guys don't know, hit 1 in the chat if you've ever been to a Casey's. You ever been to a Casey's? You live in the Midwest area? There's a gas station called Casey's in the Midwest. They're really popular in Iowa, Missouri, Nebraska. They have amazing pizza. In fact, their slogan is, we're known for pizza. That's like their slogan. And I've said this before, like a couple years ago on the podcast, and people are like, you guys are disgusting that you get your pizza at a gas station. Yes, see, Bob knows it. Casey's Taco Pizza. It's really good. Casey's Taco Pizza. Here's the thing. If you're ever driving through the Midwest and you see a Casey's, you got to stop there. You got to try their pizza, and you'll know what we're talking about. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Anyway, they have hamburger pizza at Casey's, and it probably sounds great. I'm sorry. You probably think it's horrible. It's amazing. My wife is all like, I don't want hamburger pizza. It's basically sausage. It is spicy. It is better than their sausage. They have hamburger and they have sausage. And if you eat, I've done it many times. I'll get sausage, I'll get a slice of sausage, and I'll get a slice of hamburger. And if you like blindfold taste test it, the hamburger tastes better. If you like sausage, you'll like hamburger more. Something about it. They just call it hamburger for some reason, but it's basically like a spicier sausage. Anyway. Let's see. What are the topics? Did we get some other talk? Yeah. Oh, here we go. I forgot to scroll. Is it weird that I like pizza with gummy worms? That is weird. That's 100% weird. Topical ointment. Yeah. Let's see. Topic. Is it better than the Lego movie? Okay. Is the Super Mario Brothers movie better than the Lego movie? That's a tough one. The Lego movie is really good, but I think the Super Mario Brothers movie is going to do more for the retro community than the Lego movie did. And that I'm also very excited about. And so the fact that Nintendo is integrating more with Universal at Universal Studios, they got this movie coming out, more money going Nintendo's way, more retro nostalgia. I mean, do you guys remember? It was like 2015, we thought retro was going to be dead. There was content creators that were literally saying, like, the retro scene is dead. And then all these various products came out. I think maybe even Arcade1Up played some part role in it. I think one of the biggest ones was the NES Classic. I think that, like, really brought some attention back to retro gaming. Switch coming out with Retro Games Online with a pretty decent emulator, I think really helped. But then, this movie, I think, is another milestone. It's another IP from games that's been around for a really long time. Our generations connects with Mario at a retro level. And so that game had a lot of nostalgia in it. I think that's going to feed a lot more in the industry, more products. More. The movie's going to be great for the retro industry is what I'm saying. Where the Lego, there's some Lego games, but I don't see Lego games as like retro, really. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Sega Racing Cabs with Sega Rally, Virtua Racer, Daytona USA. So many great Sega racers. If we get another Sega racer after Fast and the Furious, if we get another racer after the Fast and the Furious, like what's the next year's racer? The 2024 racer from Arcade1Up. Will it be from Sega? And would it be like this lineup? It's kind of fun being in this hobby for so long. It's like we've come this far that we're getting games in the 2000-ish area. And we got a little bit of that. I think, what was the first one that jumped into 2000? Was it Simpsons Bowling? That was just like right on that cusp of like, they can do a little bit newer, but still kind of got a classic feel to it. And be great in your game room. Yeah. Will Sega bring that? Let's see. Pinball FX arrives this Thursday on Steam with cabinet mode for the ALP. Excitement. Okay. You took the kids to Mario after Easter dinner. So much fun. That's cool, man. So we're back to that one. What was better, the 80s or the 90s? Man, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. What do you guys think? Let's do a poll on that one. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Stringer, I do now see that you have a super chat, and yes, I said it's better than the Lego movie. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, the software that I'm working on, I still haven't updated like this environment. In my laptop, I have the new version, but I totally messed up on it. There's like a new feature I'm working on. It's a live poll, and you'll see the results like on screen, and you don't have to see the poll in the chat. And so you vote by keyword, right? And then it overlays on the screen. And I'm stuck on it for like... And I fixed the super chat in that branch of the code, and I just haven't pushed it to main yet because I got one more feature left on the poll feature, and I've been sitting on it for like 2 weeks, and it's just how it visually looks. It looks really dumb right now. Like it's I don't know how to explain it. Like the way it overlays is just like you see everyone's avatar and then it like runs off the side of the screen, and I don't have it where it like folds. And I wanted this really, really cool UI where it's like if one person voted for it, it shows Stringer Film voted for A and JJ voted for B, and you see their avatars. Their avatars are the progress bar. But I wanted to build the UI in such a way where if enough people have voted to fill the entire screen of the progress bar, you'll see everyone's avatar. But then as more come in, it starts to overlay them, and you'll see less and less of everyone's avatar. But then it gets to the point you can see at least 50% of everyone's avatar, and then whoever late voted gets stacked with a 15 plus, 20 plus. You know, you don't get to see their avatar. So early adopters that vote, your avatars will show up on the screen. And again, I think I've said this before, I'm trying to perfect this software and then make it available to any streamer who wants to use it and add their own themes and customize it so you don't look like console kits, you look like your stream, but you get the advantage of all the features. It's going to be a long process to get there, especially if I'm lazy. And yeah, it's like for 2 weeks I've been sitting on like how to make that UI look. But in that branch has all the bug fixes. I'm an idiot. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. After this show, I'm going upstairs to my laptop, and I'm going to comment out all the new features and then push to main, my main branch, to production, this environment, all the other fixes. Man, I'm sorry. It's funny because this is what I do for a living. My main job, like probably my main job, is to help other developers. So like how the branching strategy works and how to break down tasks into different tickets so that you can have incremental features make it to production without you sitting on other new features. And I'm not even listening to my own advice. Okay, anyway. Will you be getting the new Zelda game? Well, I have to buy it, so my daughter wants it. She wants to pre-order it right now. And so we haven't pre-ordered it because I was like, I don't know if I want to buy the digital version or if I want to buy the cartridge. I have a feeling that, you know, if we can't even get the cartridge, then we have no choice. Then we'll just get the digital version. But it's guaranteed to be purchased. She's been talking about the new Zelda game for years. I mean, she keeps playing the current one. You know, she's got the Master Sword. I don't know. She got the Master Sword like way earlier. So now I think she's like beat the game 2 or 3 times. I've never played it, but I watch her play it. She's just really good at it and loves the Zelda game a lot. And so we watched together we watched the announcement of the new game and seeing all the cool new features that's coming in the Zelda game, and it's cool. It's definitely cool. Okay, topic. Can Mando show redeem itself, or is it doomed to be a cameo of the week show? Okay, so we're going to talk about Mando for 30 seconds. Tomorrow, the new Mando comes out. I have no spoilers. I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it. But there's one thing I know, is that I watched a video from someone else. I've never watched this content creator before, so I don't know how reliable it is. But this content creator said that they were at Star Wars Celebration. And at Star Wars, he said they all watched tomorrow's show at Star Wars Celebration. They've seen it already. And they can't wait for it to come out so that they can talk about it. And that person said, it's the best Mando episode so far. Period. I think he was implying like it's the best episode out of all 3 seasons. Now, take that with a grain of salt. I am, because I'm thinking you were at Star Wars Celebration, seeing it with a whole bunch of Star Wars fans, and that atmosphere could definitely play into how exciting that episode was. But that being said, it still sounded like it has some pretty cool scenes in it. I talked to Fox a little bit. Typically, Fox and I do not talk about Star Wars throughout the week. We will be live streaming Thursday, the Mando on his channel, 19K Fox's channel, and then we will be doing a Mando season finale show, and we invited Glenn Retro Show onto that season finale. He's huge Star Wars fan, and so I thought it would be really cool to bring him on. We were having a conversation about Star Wars the last couple days, and I was like, hey man, you want to come on our season finale show? It's on my channel. And he's like, yeah, absolutely, because I think we'd have a good discussion. So we could kind of talk about like, yes, I will do my homework, Paul. Thank you. I mean, it's the season finale that I got to do, so I got to bring it, right? I got to bring that value to you, Paul. I will. And then I think Glenn, he's got a lot of thoughts that he wants to talk about. I said, save it for the show. I told him. He's like, I want to talk about this, this everything at Star Wars Celebration, all the new movies that are coming out. I'm like, let's talk it we'll do Mando season finale. We'll have a chat with Fox and Glenn about that. And then maybe the second half of the show, we'll just talk about all the new Star Wars stuff. And we're thinking about renaming the podcast to We Are Not the Podcast You're Looking For, or We Are Not Star Wars YouTubers. One of the two. Anyway, do you know what new Atari license Arcade1Up recently acquired? No, not specifically. I heard from somebody else that Arcade1Up renewed their Atari license, and that would limit Atari licensing to other people. My assumption is they just renewed it. Who knows specific? Who knows? Like, I don't even know if renew is accurate, right? The license continued. I don't know. I literally have no information on it, but except for it sounds as though other people can't get Atari, and they were hoping to get Atari, but I've heard 1UP secured it again. Missile command with volcano buttons. I've been hearing a lot about missile command with volcano, not necessarily volcano buttons, but what was it? I think it's because the missile command shape was on the clearly Fast and the Furious thumbnail. Maybe that brought the topic up a little bit. Arcade1Up needs to make an electric dartboard or an electric shuffleboard. That's interesting. So there was a really cool dartboard at the auction, and I think it went for like $1,200. You know, maybe. Here's the thing. So, I mean, I don't know if that's their business, but maybe it's their business. So Arcade1Up has said before that they make wood. And that's true, except for the Affinity game table has no wood on it. So not 100% true. I think that's just a funny thing that John says, that like, hey, we're a company that sells wood. I think that's just funny. But a dartboard, what would it be if Arcade1Up released a dartboard? It would be like an IKEA level, build it yourself, set of boards that you could stack up. Maybe it's a hang on the wall partycade. I don't know. What would be their advantage? They package it in such a way, they license it with a certain title. Could they bring a little LCD screen in on the bottom? So like the electric dartboard that was at the arcade had like a CRT at the below, and then kind of higher than that, it had the dartboard. And so could you like throw darts at it, and then there's like a little digital screen down there? Maybe there's other companies that would do that, but I think the advantage would be if Arcade1Up came out with an electric dartboard, that dartboard could be at Walmart for $2.99 in the same section as the other Arcade1Up stuff. And so maybe if they could figure out a way to get the price point, they could kind of undercut the more expensive dartboards and come up with a design that's like, hey, it's digital. I think you would still need a real dartboard, but that's connected to sensors, that's connected to a screen where, I don't know, it's tallying your points. I don't know. Yeah, an electric dartboard with Pac-Man sounds. Could they do some type of Fist of Love is saying? Could they do some tie-in there? I don't know. I'm trying to give your comment some value by speculating on that, whether they do it or not. But I'm trying to compare, like, you can buy dartboards already. So what edge would Arcade1Up bring? And I think it's the category of their branding could bring it into a different part of the store, the price they could target, and could they actually come up with a way to work with the manufacturer to build it at a competitive price? If they could check all those boxes, then it could work. I think that would be their value in doing it, is bringing all that. Wow, we're talking about Hawaii pizza. If you choose Chicago style or New York style, you're an idiot. You know what's funny is when it comes to Chicago or New York, there was a day last year that I was in Chicago, and then the next day I was in New York. So within a very short period of time, I had Chicago style and I had New York style. Both were very, very good. But I'll tell you, for me, I actually don't care to actually say I like this one more than the other. Like, I love pizza, man. I love pizza. Like, I've been losing a lot of weight in the last year, basically since December. it's not a lot of weight. Like I did lose like 20 pounds, and it's been hard to kind of, you know, keep that regimen up. But a part of my diet is pizza. It is in my pizza. Eating pizza is in my diet, but it's not as often. And it's a very specific recipe that I can cook. And it's got protein on it. It's very thin. And I still like it, though. It scratches the itch 100%. And I've cheated. Definitely I've cheated on this diet. I don't know if you would call it cheating necessarily. It's more like I go off plan, if you will. Anytime don't have the ability to cook food at home, I'm off plan. And some days I'll do sushi. And so I kind of go out and it's sushi, but I'm picking very specifically low calories. I'm trying to. And then I watch my weight very closely, and it doesn't go way up. So, and if it does go up, then I'm like really, really focusing on the diet. So right now, the last couple weeks, I've been staying right at, I guess I'll just tell you, I weigh 178 right now. My highest is above 200. So I have lost 20 pounds since December. And it was just this regimen of a lot of water, a lot of veggies, and never eating more than 1,800 calories. That's the basics of the diet. I think the last bit of weight would get a lot of this fat here, and then the rest of the belly fat, and then I think I would be in shape. I would look healthy. Mason knows. He just joined the chat. He also went on a diet around the same time. So for a while there, we were texting back. We're like, "Oh, doing good on your diet." He's like, he lost a lot of weight too. Anyway, so pizza. I love pizza. So we're talking about pizza, and I want to say that I would lean towards New York style, but it's not because of the flavor. I enjoy the taste of Chicago style and New York style equally. I feel like I could eat more New York style and like really enjoy New York style longer. Like I can eat a New York style pizza, and it's like I enjoyed the amount of food I ate and the taste. Does that make sense? When I eat Chicago style, it's so dense. I always feel like I love it, but it basically just feels like I'm eating lasagna. I do love lasagna, so I do enjoy the Chicago style. But like if I order a Chicago style pizza in Chicago, I'm not gonna finish it. It's like so much food, and then there's a little bit of like this wasteful feeling, and then so I take it home and then I reheat it, and that's a whole thing. I never reheat New York style pizza. If you have it available, I eat it all. All of the New York style pizza that I order, I then digest and eat within that period of time. And so, hey, bro, I take that Chicago home and eat that. I never waste that delicacy. So I hear what you're saying, but it's like I feel like pizza on the go. Like when I cheat, it's pizza on the go. So I'm eating a lot of just Casey's Pizza. There's some other pizza places in town that are more like New York style. There's less Chicago style that I actively go to. They probably exist. Wow, we talked for a while on pizza. Sorry about that. Space Paranoid is doable, although it will only include Tron and maybe Dot with a spinner on the other side of the trackball. Constorm bringing out some knowledge here and being like, this is what they should do. Right? Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, he says, topic, chances Arcade1Up doesn't get the Nintendo now that that Mario is a success. It went even more up in value. Too much for Arcade1Up. Whoa. You're connecting the dots for me, man. Ezekiel, thank you so much. Because, man, so I was on Facebook chatting with, let me pull this up. And we were discussing a Mario topic. I did not connect this at all. I wonder if it's all related. Okay, so Let me see if I can find this. I guess it would probably, I don't know how to use Facebook at all. I don't even use Facebook. What is this? More recent. Like, I have no clue. Like, Facebook is something I look on my phone, not my computer. Okay, here we go. So notifications, I'd find it. Okay, here we go. So, okay, check this out. So in Facebook, I saw this thread and I joined in on it. Jeff Dickerson was talking about how he found it really odd. He found it really odd that there was a Mario game that went for so much. And so for a while there, I was collecting Nintendo games. And so it shocked me too. This post shocked me. So I chimed in on it. And so Jeff said, I've been watching this auction and I was shocked. I mean, I didn't think this game was really worth that much. So he shows a number of screenshots. And so there was a period of time that I had bought several of these complete in-box Mario Bros. But now that I look closer at it, I just realized something. It does have the plastic on it, and I didn't notice that before. But let's go through the pictures of this Mario game. So, look, I'm not an expert when it comes to collecting games. I'm a very casual collector. The basic knowledge that I have is there's a couple acronyms, right? Complete in-box, CIB. Pricecharting.com has like a NES they do for free. Like you go to pricecharting.com, you can see prices for all the NES games. And what it does is it collects sales numbers, typically from eBay, but I think a few other sources. And I think the owner of that actually owns a site as well that he sells things on. And so combination of that, you can kind of figure out what the current market value is for some of these games. And it was kind of like a fun hobby that I did for a while. I collected, I don't know, a couple hundred Nintendo games. I was kind of going for the 700, but then I basically bought everything that I remember playing and then things that I could get for pretty cheap. And then what was remaining were games that I weren't interested in owning and they were more expensive. So I basically stopped around the 200 NES games. But then I did this second thing where I was like, hey, I want to get the games that I really love, maybe a dozen or 24 games or so. I want to get like a complete in-box set of. And so I started to look for those prices. So I bought a couple Super Mario Brothers complete in-box. I think 2 or 3 of them. And it was, you know, like I'd get one at a good price and then I'd see another one at a better price as even better condition. And then I would like resell the other one that was less condition. Anyway, so here's this version. And so it is the not bundled with Duck Hunt. So the one bundled with Duck Hunt is less expensive, like $10. The cartridge of this, I remember for the long time, these prices I'm about to quote are old, but this is at the time I was collecting. That cartridge was about $15. And then a complete in-box was maybe about $100 when I was doing the collecting. And then the thing you would look for is if it has got a 3-screw or a 5-screw. And so this is a 3-screw, so it's not worth as much. And so the 5-screw was earlier in the NES collection days. I'm sorry. When Nintendo was releasing these cartridges, first they were manufacturing them with 5 screws, and then they went through a cost reduction phase, and they saved 2 screws to save money. So then it's only 3 screws that are on it, and the top of it's kind of like a plastic tab or something. And so you look at this one, and it's still good, but like the more rare ones are typically the 5 screws. And I remember reading up on this a while back. It was something like, it's not perfectly true that the 5 screws and the 3 screws are always, like the 5 is always earlier, because there was this period where there were still some cartridges made with 5 screw and some with 3 screw. But generally speaking, I think that's how it works. And then the other thing is, how complete is it? What is included in all of this? And so Jeff was like, whoa, $831. That's crazy. And I also thought, that is crazy. Because recently it was only $200. So I had chimed in because I thought, okay, that's interesting. So I said, yeah, I'm not sure that, let's see, what was it? I said I thought the 3-screw was the cheaper one. And he's like, I'm not sure about that. I just remember some of the 3 screws and the 5 screws and never really understood the difference. So I was thinking, I think they started with the 5-screw and they moved to a 3-screw to save money. So the 5-screw is a decent indicator that the carts are from an earlier run. He goes, well, I didn't know that, but this one sold for $800. I really don't understand the game's value of being a common game. And I know they made a ton of Super Mario Brothers and make a good topic for conversation or for discussion. And I told him, yeah, go to price charting. And I did go to price charting, and it was saying recently on eBay, a 3-screw complete in box went for only $200. And so it is kind of odd that this one went for like $800. And so there's some people that are thinking that maybe it was racked up. But it wasn't until right now that I realized, is it because the movie came out? And there's a little bit more people that are like, oh, I want to get into collecting. I want to, I want to get that Mario game. And then in reality, if all of a sudden there's a ton of people interested, just 10 times more people interested, and the not everyone knows about, like, hey, people are buying CIB Mario games, could there be a very, very small just rush and the prices start to go up because people just don't know what they're worth? I don't know. Like, I'm interested in that. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Are we going to get a kind of lift? Because, see, I remember this as console kits during the day when I was doing some modding. Around the time the Nintendo Classic came out, I was modding original Nintendos. And there was a few of us that were doing the mods, and there was this fear that the demand for people modding the original Nintendos and getting, like, refurbished Nintendos or HDMI out on these older Nintendos would go down. Like, just because you had these other options for the NES Classic. Why would you need to get these modded Nintendos? So there was some fear. But then the NES Classic came out, and I had eBay listings of ready-to-go consoles, and they just started moving. And all the other people that were also selling, like, Nintendos that were, like, refurbished and ready to go, not DK oldies refurbished, but actually refurbished, they started switching from buy it now to just auctions, because it was like, we don't know what the market value of these are. So be like, okay, like, let's start the bid at like $200. These were like really decked out modded Nintendos that had a couple $100 in parts in it. So starting it at $200 or $300 was like totally normal. And they jumped up $600-700, and it was like, wow, the NES Classic appears to be driving the market up, not bringing it down. So kind of that perspective over the years has kind of taught me, like, the interest in retro gaming. This is kind of like more the merrier. Anything that you can do to kind of bring more attention to the retro gaming space is just going to mean better hobby for all of us. It could at times mean that prices go up, but also that means there's more people that are going to try to make more options available, because if the value of being able to play these retro games go up in the eyes of people that are buying, and then more developers are probably going to be like, well, there's this way to mod, and then there's this way to mod, and then it kind of evens out pretty quickly. And then we all win, we just get more options. Let's see. Topic. Justin, I just want to say I love you. I'm not being sarcastic. I don't care who knows it. I know, Zohar. I know. All right. That's one way to kind of ruin the mood, man. You know, Zohar, you don't always have to, like, tell people how you feel. All right. I say, so, topic. Will it ever be possible for Arcade1Up to get a silver strike? Wow. So we're still doing topics if you want to bring those topics in. Wow. When did 2020? Was that when there was the hint of the silver strike? and it was going to be a golden tee, and then it didn't happen. What was it? Arcade1Up put a golden tee that was kind of like the 2019 version of the golden key, but they went to, what was it? Escape Pod Graphics and put the Silver Strike logo on the side, and then they had to pull it from CES. Evidently, they did not. They had to pull it. I don't know. They didn't get the sign off on it. I'm not really sure what happened. I don't know the specific detail, but they had to pull it. So, will we ever get it? I mean, I don't know. That would be good. Maybe they do that in a 19-inch XL, but with a BOE. There we go. Topic. You didn't say I love you back, so now you're dead to me. I don't have to tell you I love you. I'm not going to tell you I love you, but I am going to tell Nooner I love him. Nooner, I love you. Port of Dream, I'm still getting to know you, man. So, JR, I think I love you. Ezekiel, definitely love you. This dude's super nice. Met him in Chicago. He's awesome. Constorm, you're very lovable, but we're not there yet. Not there yet. That's right. That's right. Let's put love in the chat. Okay, so let's get some love in the chat. Zero Hero, he says, I told him that I love him. That's right. Yeah. But see, Christo's right. I said I know. That's the Han Solo I love you. Didn't you get the connection? I know. Remember Han Solo said that? Let's see. The WADA scam in effect. Do you think that's what was going on with the NES card? Man. That's crazy. It's crazy. I gotta double check my time here. We're way past an hour. What? This was supposed to be a 15-minute stream. What are you guys doing? MG, he didn't tell me he loves me, but he lusts for me. Did I say that? Bob, I love you, dude. Your kids are awesome. I love your kids, too. Hung out with them. Kind of babysat your kids for a little. Remember that one time you left me? Bob left his kids with me. Can you believe that? Think about that for a second. Think about that. Would you, most of you are probably parents except for Zohar, and he's going to message me later and be like, you're such a jerk by saying that. But would you leave your kids with me? That's love. That's love. Well, we were at a pinball place. I was just watching him while he grabbed something real quick. So it's a little different. Shinobi says, I love you, man. You know me. Shinobi Gaming. I know you. I love you, man. You know me. That's right. Andy says he loves late streams. Fist of Love. Did you say my name? Love is in the chat. That's right. Fist of Love right there. You know who loves everyone the most? It's Detroit Love. You ever know that? Detroit Love has a lot. He loves the entire city of Detroit. Every individual. He has to wake up every day and love everyone in Detroit. That's hard. That's difficult. That's very difficult. All right. Were you in the room or just on YouTube watching the kids? I don't know. Logan was a little scared the other weekend. Don't think he would have let me leave him. I tossed the leftovers in the truck from lunch and was back. That's it. Rev Slick loves you too. There you go. Love you is easy because loving you is easy because you're beautiful. Do-do-do-do-do. Ah! Love is in the air. I can see it in your eyes. Zaxxon. I'm going through everything I've not read. You guys ready for this? I'm going to read every chat here. Zaxxon will be a great 80s title. Leave your kids with Justin and they will be Turtles fans forever. Toleration is good enough for me. I'd leave Bob kids with you. No kids here. I like looking at Zohar only when he's wearing a Sonya shirt. I don't have children. I love to hate Console Fanboy. Do you know what? He loves to hate you too. Topic. All my Brad hate has been transferred to you. Do you guys know about this? Brad, freaking Zohar loves Brad again. Do you know that? Like, Zohar, did you call Brad yet and tell him you love him? Because you promised me you would. You promised me you would. I'm looking straight at the camera. That means I'm serious. You promised me you would call Brad and tell him I love you. I think I'm going to love you for a long, long time. These are all lies. Anytime I say anything and he says I'm lying, you know I'm actually telling the truth. That is specifically when I'm telling the truth. Shh, your wife is going to shout at us. That could be true. It is late. Is she texting me yet? This is very true. This is very true. Love is on the way. Laugh it up, fuzzball. Let's share it. No. Expect 15 videos and 17 diss songs. Just say, I know. What is the best Mario game? Super Mario World is the best Mario game. Because the way they developed it was so fantastic. The development team wanted to spend time trying to make the best Mario game. But they wanted to first get to know all the new features that are in the Super Nintendo. The developers knew they had this new hardware features they could take advantage of. So instead of developing a brand new game, they took another amazing game, Super Mario Bros. 3, and ported it to the Super Nintendo. Different architecture. They're going to have to rewrite some of that game logic, and then they could upgrade all the graphics. So then now they had Super Mario Bros. 3 on the Super Nintendo. Well, then they slowly started iterating, creating this iterative process of software development. Well, what if we did this to Mario? Or what if Mario could ride a dinosaur? And let's play with this graphic interface where Mario is like crawling on a wall, right? Like what would that look like? What are the different elements, like a bar moving up and down? Instead of him grabbing a pole or hitting a star, a box, what if a bar is going up and down and he has to catch that? What if we got these checkpoints? All these various parts of the game, they slowly started adding to Super Mario Bros. 3. An overlay map that's much more advanced. Then when they got into some of the boss battles, could we take advantage of, that the new features of the Super Nintendo hardware? What's it called? Like, we call it layer 8? Is that what it's called? Like the F-Zero fake 3D. So Super Mario 3 slowly evolved into a Super Nintendo game that then got called Super Mario World. Flying mechanics, all of that. And so from a software developer point of view, I think it's really cool to think that if you took the game Super Mario World and you had access to all of the history of that game, all the changes, which modern days you do, for the last, I don't know, good 20 years or so for sure, maybe longer, software development cycles are, we write code on computers, it's a text file where all the code is stored, and we push that code into a repository that stores the difference. And so I could check out code for the company that I work for and keep backing up and get to version 1. Just by checking out the latest main version, I could get back to version 1, version 2, version 3. Every release we've ever done is inside that code base because it contains the versions, the revisions, like MG is talking about. So you could imagine that if you had the source code and all of the revisioning stored in that repository, and you keep backing out, you would get basically Super Mario Bros. 3. I think that's what makes Super Mario World one of the best Super Mario games. It is everything in one of the best Super Mario Brothers game, Super Mario Brothers 3, plus more. Just helped me realize how pathetic my IT career was, so I retired. Here we go. Revisions. Sunshine is the worst. I enjoyed it, but come on. They can make a new 2D Mario game with Cappy from Odyssey. I guess it would... I'm losing it. I guess it would get creative once games like Mario Maker exist. How about Mario Maker 3D? There you go. I love Mario games, old and new. What about Wario? We're going to bring that character back? That'd be cool. Super Mario for DOS. That's it. Mode 7, not level 7. Mode 7. I love nerd talk. I like to see Mario versus Donkey Kong. Hit the like. No. Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like. Smile. Thanks, console kids. Worst one is Mario is missing. Yeah, that could be it. That could be right. Anyone else have some thoughts on the worst Mario game? The worst Mario game. Okay. Mario Paint is very fun. But I think actually Mario Paint it's only fun for a little bit. Because I remember playing it and I'd go in there and I'd play music. I think the music was like the best part of the Mario Paint. But then I remember like I did a couple songs and I think I got some sheet music and I wrote out the notes from the sheet music and I couldn't get the timing right. And then it was fun. And then I just never played it again. But a lot of the other Mario games I have played. So I love Mario Paint. And the painting, I guess, in Mario Paint was a lot of fun. But I don't know. The Mario CDI, the Hotel Mario, on the SNES, 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 Super NES, kind of like an app, a piece of productivity software, kind of. Can't wait for the Godzilla King Kong pinball effects game. There you go. If Mario isn't in it, then is it a Mario game at all? Worst Mario game? It's got to be Super Mario Bros. 2, because it wasn't even actually a Mario game. It was a reskin of another Japanese game. No! Marvel. We have a problem, Marvel. You do not. No, you do not come in this channel and make fun of Super Mario 2 or Doki Doki Panic. We all love Mario 2. That's the rules. Super Mario 2 and Doki Doki Planet. Yeah, I get it's a reskin. But that's a part of our rich history. Geo in Japan, they called it Super Mario USA. It's that good. The Doki Doki Panic game was so good, they could rename it Super Mario Bros. 2. And that's what makes it amazing. That's where we got the idea that Luigi is taller than Mario. That's where we got where Princess can float. That's where you, as a little child, learned it was okay to be a girl. It's okay to select a player that's a girl because she's got an amazing skill. She can float in the air. You don't come into this channel talking about Super Mario Bros. 2 and saying it's the worst game. You gotta think before you type. You gotta realize you throw that bomb into a channel like this, people will freak out. No, see Marvel. I will tell you right now, the Super Mario Bros. 2 is better than Galaga. That's right. That's what I said. I said it's better than Galaga. Do you know why? Because the Super Mario Bros. 2 game for Doki Doki Panic required you to beat every single level by every single player. But then when it came to Super Mario Bros. 2, they realized they can't do that. We can't force the people in the United States to beat the level 4 times. No. Instead, we're going to allow you to pick which player you can be on every single level, and you only have to beat the game 1 time. And we're going to introduce you to artwork that is fantastic, that will make you wonder, what is Mario up to? And keep in mind, the alternative to the Super Mario Bros. 2 was getting Lost Level. And Lost Level would have just frustrated us. At the very beginning of that game, there's a poisonous mushroom that if you get, you instantly die. How would that have made you feel? Instead of realizing that it's okay to be a girl in a game, you learn that you can be deceived by eating the wrong mushroom and die instantly, give you frustration. You may not even pick up the game again. But instead, you learned you can float in the sky. You can pick up objects, and while you're in the air, you can throw it at your enemies. No, I tell you, Super Mario Bros. 2 is not the worst game. It could be one of the best games in history. And for that, you are not banned from this channel. That's right, C Marvel. I'm right-clicking on here. Boom, you're gone. C Marvel, you're out of here. I'm sick and tired of your antics. Coming into this channel and saying that Galaga's so great and that Super Mario Bros. 2 is dead to you. But you, my friend, are the dead one. I will see you on Twitter, but not in here. No, no, no. You don't come in here and say that Super Mario 2 is the worst game ever. You save that for Twitter. Because it's okay to say dead things like that on Twitter. Because everyone knows you're joking. Twitter is a place to troll everyone. That is what Twitter is for. You're supposed to tweet things that are trolly. And eventually everyone will understand. Twitter's just a joke. But here, when you chat here, you have some respect. I respect you. You gotta respect me. Anyway. All right, I couldn't keep it up any longer. No, I can't say it was sarcastic, Justin, because then that defeats the point, right? Like I can't say it. I can't apologize. I can't apologize. I can't say, see Marvel, I didn't mean it. I can't say I didn't mean it, because then there's no value in everything I just said. It has to stick. And C Marvel has to continue on realizing, is Justin a jerk? I just came into the stream and I wanted to support him, and then he just bashed me the entire time. It's all good, brother. That was fun. I was certain you were enjoying that. It's why I continued. Oh God, Paul. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I felt like this is like a, I'm reading one comment and then I go to Paul and it's all like, everyone leave the room except for Paul. Remember? The new Avatar movie is on iTunes. Should I buy it? You buy movies off of iTunes? Let's see. Avatar is a movie that was made by 20th Century Fox. It's on iTunes. That means if you could buy it on iTunes and kind of own it forever on Apple products. Forever. Or if you wait, Avatar is owned by Fox, which is owned by Disney. It'll either be on Hulu or Disney Plus, or if the company decides to license it to Netflix, I guess that's a possibility. Because I say that because I think HBO is doing that now. There's like precedence that companies may do that. So I assume, Console Fanboy, you haven't seen it. I really liked it. I think the new Avatar movie was a lot of fun. I think you should watch it. You probably don't need to watch the first. I'm sure you've seen the first one, but I didn't rewatch the first one before watching the new Avatar movie. I don't think there's really anything in the new Avatar. It's Avatar, right? Remember, they like connect in, and then whatever, they're in this planet. It's a whole new story. It's I think it was good. Yeah, see, James knows what I'm talking about. Mario 2 rules. I just realized there's no way I'll catch up on the chat now because I did that Marvel rant. Am I weird for never having finished watching the first Avatar movie? I get bored about halfway through. Yeah, I don't know, man. I get it. Pocahontas is much shorter. Just watch that. And watch Pocahontas, and then watch the new Avatar movie. You'll be good. The whole purpose of Avatar is 3D, isn't it? It's a good point. I did not watch Avatar, the new Avatar movie, in 3D. I thought about it, but I think we saw it on a very large screen. It was very enjoyable. I think it was I think the whole family went, right? Yeah. Yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time. Never watched Titanic. Never will be so watching Avatar. Oh, wow. Titanic. That's an interesting one. I'm waiting for disc before watching on projector. There you go. I still have 3D DLP. When I threw it away, it will be worth fortune somehow. What do you think of the new Dungeons and Dragons movie? That's a movie that I haven't seen, but it's given me some thoughts, right? So tonight when I was thinking, the purpose of the stream originally was to talk about Gauntlet, and Gauntlet was originally based on like the idea of Dungeons and Dragons. Could there be a tie-in to that movie, to something that Arcade1Up is releasing? I've heard some people throw out those theories, like, could they come out with a Dungeons and Dragons video game arcade to tie that into the movie? I haven't seen it. Never really got into that series, so there's no call to me to watch that movie. So it's kind of, I don't know, blind spot for me, but I guess so there's no urgency to see the movie. Recently, I haven't gone to the theater unless it's like, basically I go to the family and go, hey, I really want to see the Super Mario Brothers movie all together. And I'm like, to my daughter, hey, do you want to see Super Mario Brothers? She's like, yeah. So then it's like telling my wife. And my wife is the type of person that she's on board with doing whatever, as long as it's like got some planning involved. She doesn't like to just like, oh, we're going to wing it. Like, let's drive right now and go see the movie. She's like, I'm not going to just go. So with that, did a little bit of research. So I was like, hey, do you want to go see the Mario movie on Friday or Saturday? And it was Thursday. I was like, I found good seats if we go see it on Friday, or if we go see it on Saturday. These are what the seats look like. What do you think? If you're in, I'll buy the tickets. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do Saturday. And I'm pretty sure that if I would have just like didn't do that, like I have everything ready in place, this is the whole story, this is the time frame, we already have this going on this time of day, and we'll have time to go see a movie and then go do this other thing we have planned. If I didn't find it in the schedule, she'd just be like, I don't want to do it. But that's just how my wife is, and I just know that if I work into, her kind of requirements about liking things planned, then everything will go. But then there's the other piece of, is it a dumb movie? And so I don't always get sign off from the family that they want to go see a movie that in their view is a dumb movie, because they'll be like, well, let's just watch it at home. Let's just wait 90 days and then just watch it at home. So I think before the pandemic, there was a lot of, let's go to the theater. Hey, let's go to the theater. Let's go to the theater. But now it's like very selective. So it's like movies that we think will be really fun to watch at a theater. And another criteria for me is a movie that I know will be spoiled if I don't get seated at the theater. That's probably, for me, the number one motivator to go. The number one motivator, maybe it's FOMO. There's a fine line between that. But it's like, I had to see the Mario movie because I knew at work, some people are going to want to talk about it. And so we do these like Zoom calls. You know, we have meetings, whatever. A lot of people work remotely. And then so a lot of our Zoom calls have like kind of built-in happy hours, if you will. It's like we have this stand-up, and then at the end, it's like talk about whatever. And then on some days, it's like we play games. And so it's kind of built into the everyday. It's kind of fun. I've helped design some of that. So like on Friday, we do like, so we talk about the daily stuff, you know, for the whole like broad team. And then it's like, hey, we're going to play a game. And so it used to be we had to exercise, and then that went away. And then it turned into, I propose we do hurdle. And so hurdle's really fun. And so as a team, we were doing hurdle. We did that for a couple weeks. A lot of fun. It's like all these people on the call are trying to listen to a song and try to figure out what the song is. And a lot of people that are a little bit more quiet and reserved in the meeting, like speak up, and then you start to learn like, man, this guy has rich history in like 80s songs or whatever it is. And then we started doing another one. Now I feel obligated to show you guys this stuff. You guys ever do hurdle? Hit 1 in the chat. Hit 0 if you don't know what hurdle is. Or if you don't know what filmed is. And I can show you this, guys. These are a lot of fun. If you work in an office, obviously these are like daily games that you can play that became really popular during the pandemic. But what I've done is encouraged my wife and I play these games. And then so yeah, great. This is great. A whole bunch of zeros, man. This is awesome. So let's play. Let's spend a little time to play. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and I think this will work. So I'm gonna turn the chat off. So if everyone in the chat can do me a favor, if you played today's hurdle, please don't throw it out there, right? So I have not played hurdle. It's like Wordle, but it's a song. So let me know if you can hear it. So I'm going to hit play, and we're going to hear the beginning of a song. And so here it is. That's all we got. Does anyone know the name of the song? Ready again? We got 2 beats. Did you hear it? It's boom, boom. I'm going to play it again. That's all we got. Blue Monday, Let It Be. All right, so right here, not enough, sorry. So let's guess. We got Blue Monday. It doesn't even show up when I do Blue Monday. So Iron Man. Let's see. Trying to... Okay, so I'm going to kind of make it bigger. Play it again. You guys ready? I hope it doesn't hurt your ears. It showed like it was really loud. Sorry if you're wearing headphones. Okay, that's probably a better volume. Okay, so Iron Man had nothing. Let's see. So was it Tootsie? No. Slow Ride. So it's not even auto-completing those. So I'm going to skip that. I'm going to hit this skip. So we lost a turn. I guess you weren't able to get it in the first try. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. So we're now going to hear more of it. Yeah. Oh, okay. We got a little bit of singing in there. Yeah. I think he says can. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone know? Yeah. Yeah. Notorious? You really think it's that? Notorious? Anything in here? No idea? Anyone have an idea? Okay. Something new that's terrible. Okay, let's skip it. We're going to go... We lost 2 turns. Yeah. Anything? Anything? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's too hard. I'm going to skip to the end. This is what it is. Okay, so hold on a second because I can't leave you guys like that. And this is exactly what we did at work. We were like, okay, this isn't going to work. The standard daily hurdle is just not working because we're this age. We're people I work with are, you know, there's a variety of ages, but like even the younger ones couldn't get it. So let's do 80s hurdle. You guys ready for this? Okay. I might know this, okay? Listen, do you guys hear it? Walking on Sunshine? I think that's it. Okay, let's see. If I'm gonna try to. Nope, not that. Nope. Okay. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna show that. Okay. Have you guys kind of do that and give me 1 second. Where is this tool? Okay. Okay, we're going to try to get this set up so it'll be easier to do. This is here. Okay. And come on, where is this? Yep. We're getting that right. And we'll side. Nope, that's me. Okay, we'll get this. Nope, that's still me. I have no clue what I'm doing. There it is. I have no clue what I'm doing. Nope. I don't know why. I have no clue. This is the share screen. I'm on this. No. There. No. It should be 2. I should be able to change this. There it is. That's what I thought it would do. I don't know why. I was like, can I move this around? Is it going to let me move it around? It's not going to let me move it around, is it? But I was just on the wrong one. So I'm just going to crop this right side. There we go. And then we'll crop the left side. Okay. And then we'll position it that way. And I'll make it bigger. Okay. Sorry, it took me a second. I'm just playing around with this live. And let me position it a little bit like that. Okay. All right. So what do you guys think? We're going to do it again. I like the walking on sunshine. Let's try that. Okay, let's submit that one. We got it! We did it. Good job. Okay, so then let me show another thing real quick. No. Okay, so that's fun. Hurdles 80s is good. Now let's try this one. And I'll try a random one so no one will be able to kind of figure it out likely. And here it is. It's this one. And of course, it didn't keep my settings. So anyway, so this one is called Framed. Hit 0 in the chat if you've never played Framed. And maybe this isn't very popular. I don't know. It's like my wife does all these daily. And so she'll like text me like, did you get today's Framed? And did you get today's Hurdle? And try to get me to play them. And I don't play them daily, but she'll tell me to play one if she knows that like I'll really enjoy it. And so she's like, you got to play today's because it's like she knows it's a movie. Okay, so this is the one. Guess what movie this is? That's what we're doing. So this is the clue that we have. Is this frame of the movie? So does anyone recognize Annie? Hudson Street? Okay. We get it? Nice job. Really good. All right, let's do another random one. It's a random movie. All right, what movie is this? Can we get it in a single frame? We did it in a single frame last time. It's pretty fun. All right, so Wild Wild West, Last Crusade, City Sleep. These are good. These are good guesses because they're like all like Fear of Loathing, Cars. Let's see, what's the other one? TRS Amigos, Three Amigos, 128 hours. Oh, but I don't got a lot of repeats. Oh, these are such good guesses. Indiana Jones. Okay, so I've seen Last Crusade multiple times. So let's try that. It's not even auto completing though. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, let's try. We got it. We did it. Okay, so what's cool is you can go see what the other options are, even if you get it in one frame. So you're like, okay, we got it. This is what our second guess would be. And then, like, by then we would have got it, right? And then we totally would have got that. I knew you would come. We called the dog Indiana. Let's see, what does he say? And I don't remember the lines he says. Okay, back to the archive. Let's try another one. What movie is this? I don't know very many details on this. Yeah, you like frame way more than hurdle? Friday. The pen is mightier than the sword. Drive, Moonlight. Fast and the Furious. We got a lot of guesses here. Let's see. Baby Boy. Beverly Hills Cop. It looks like a kid. All right. So let me see if I can play with this. Let me try this. I have some ideas. So let's go. I'll just be over here. Trying to make it where you can see. There we go. Let's see. Box 1, camera 1. No, this is not fun. There we go. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you there. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, that's right. Just come over here by the submit button. That's right. Hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We're playing some framed here. I have no clue what I'm doing. I know what I'll do. I'm floating over here. I'll come up over at the top here. Hey, I'm up here now. It's good to see you. There we go. Okay, so let's see the list. Kind of hard to see from my phone, but the stream has a 30-second delay on my TV. Sorry about that. Let's see. I think I do have the settings on. Ooh, I'm going to try to fix that. See if I can fix that. This is all fun because I may try to. Oh, I can't adjust that now. Yeah, I may try to play around with different tools like this so that we could play games. I love live streaming, and I want to try to make it as interactive as possible. Hadn't really thought about playing framed, but maybe we could figure out a way to do it. Okay, let's do 70s TV show. Now everyone's bored with this because I'm just sitting here, okay? All right, how about this? For this one, everyone gave their guess. So you know what your guess is. I'm going to hit submit. Now, is this clue giving you a better idea of what the movie could be? Menace to Society. I'm waiting for Back to Future frame. Cop and a Half. We got more. Green Book. Let's see. Any other clues here? I got some ideas on what we can do here to make this work. I'm not going to guess it. I'm just going to hit submit. And so we'll kind of more and more we'll figure out what the movie is. And then I'll try to find who got it right. It could be fun. Ooh, another clue here. What do you guys think? Driving Miss Daisy, Muppet Takes Manhattan. All right, let's see. Get another one. Any clue here? I do not know this movie. Any more guesses? It's definitely Moonlight. Okay. Is it Moonlight? It looks like Moonlight. All right. It's Moonlight. Very good. Let's see. So, who was the first person to say that? And it was... Here we go. Folk Here Combo said Moonlight. Kid makes me think Moonlight. Balsa Coffee Bore, Moonlight. You got multiple people thinking it was Moonlight. Yeah, man. And Bob Oif, never heard of Moonlight. Okay, that's fun. Let's try another one. Let's go to the next one here, the next day. Oh, that we know. Indiana Jones? Okay. Ooh. Okay, new movie. Anyone know what this one is? I'll give it a few seconds before we go on to the next one here. If you're just joining us, we're trying to figure out, we're playing Framed, and we're trying to figure out what this movie is. We get, was it 5 or 6 opportunities to find out what the movie is. Go ahead in the live chat, make a guess of what it is, and we'll get some more clues with some more pictures. So Hellraiser, It Follows, 10 Cloverfield Lane, Lara Croft. That's what came to my mind was Lara Croft. Zero idea. Okay. Ooh. A girl's hand on a window with the word help scratched into it. Is her fingers bleeding? Yeah, I think her fingers are bleeding. And she's scratching help. You got it? Zero Hero says he's got it. Can you think of it, Zero Hero? What is it? Memento? Smile. The Hills Have Eyes. New Mutants. What is it, man? What is it? You say you got it? Cloverfield, 5 billion%. Cloverfield Lane. Okay. Next scene. Thinking it's Cloverfield. Is it Cloverfield Lane? Is that Cloverfield Lane? What do you guys think? It's Cloverfield Lane. Very good. Okay. Who was that first person? Yeah. Zero Redux was the first person. Very good. Let's do a few more. Ooh. Next movie. How well do you know the movies? Like, I don't know. I'm on the fence here. Like, could we do a live stream or like live stream Framed for like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes? You try to guess what game it is? Or, what game it is? Could we have Framed with games? That would be fun. Bad News Bears. Bad News Bears. We got multiple people. Never saw it. Bad News Bears. All right. That's our first Good Will Hunting. Another clue. Good Will Hunting or The Departed. This is the best stream. I love this game. Okay. Yeah. Bad News Bears could be it. Any more? Offer some incentives? Oh, that'd be fun. It's crazy. Skip through it. Is this still Bad News Bears? And there's my Facebook. Do you notice that in the top? It's like, Zohar's messaging you. Here's what I have to say to you, Zohar. Go away. All right. How you like them apples? Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. This is Good Will Hunting, right? Okay, so let's obviously Good Will. Okay, Good Will Hunting. Let's see who got that first. Yeah, Good Will Hunting. Pho Cure Combo is killing it with the movies. Very good, man. Very, very good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ooh. All right, let's see. What movie is this? Upside down camera of a, let's see. I think those license plate kind of looks foreign, not US, you know? So what do you guys think? Got a couple guesses here. Yeah, I think there's some good guesses here. Let's see. See if I can, yeah, there we go. Frame it up a little bit better. Okay, next clip. Let's do it. Ooh, not much more. Not much more of a clue here. All right, take a picture. Or take a look at this one. Nada. I'm going to try to make it a little faster pace. You guys let me know in the chat. Like, this is the first time I'm live streaming framed. I think we're having a lot of fun, but I'm going to need your feedback. Like, do I need to go faster? Like, try to only spend, like, 5 seconds on a picture and then move to the next one. You guys give me some feedback. I'll try to make this enjoyable for everyone. Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog is faster. Okay, so we're going to go faster. I don't know, man. I don't think it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Midsummer? Okay, we got some faces now. Midsummer. Cliffhanger. Wait, come on, a bear is on fire. What movie has a bear on fire? No, it's a person in a bear suit that's on fire. And then this beautiful girl. At a wedding, maybe. She's a flower girl. Cocaine Bear. The Prophecy. Cocaine Bear. It was Midsummer. Is that how you say it? Midsummer? I don't know. Let's see. Who was the first person to get that? Zero Redux. Yeah. Got a lot of people. There we go. Okay. We're going to try to make it faster, all right? You guys top me. Okay. What movie is this? Do you know? Do you know what this is? What do you mean you'll stop? Come on, we're having fun here. All right, any clue? Is it cartoon? Give it a few seconds. We're going to go to number 2. Ooh, what's this? Dog tag? Is it a dog? Is it Spot? Kill Bill. Lost in Translation. Oh, what is this? It's Godzilla. Blade Runner. We got some good guesses here. Blade Runner. We got more people saying it's Blade Runner. Wait, what's this? Isle of Dogs? Is that what it is? By now we should know, right? Isle of Dogs. Let's see. Who said that? Look at you guys. The same. Christo got it. Port of Dreams. Zero Rita. Look at he's. I would love to play trivia with that guy when it comes to movie trivia. It's killing it. Okay, next one. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster here. Guess the movie here. No, dude, Zero. This is awesome, man. Zero Redux. That's no life. Okay. Anyone got this one? Twilight. Ooh. I don't know. I don't think it's Twilight. Jurassic Park. No, it's not Jurassic Park. There's no way. So we go back here, right? Ooh, I kind of like this idea where we go through them. Okay, wait. Is this 28 Days Later? Because it's a developing story, and it has not Chasing Amy. This can't be Chasing Amy. Wait. Then they go to the lake? I don't know. 28 days later. Is this 28 days later? It's Sandra Bullock. It's on Netflix. See, I like this, kind of going through them like this, right? Kind of going back to them. The blind one. Why is she's got Bird Box? These frames suck. Okay, let's find out what it is. Bird Box. Okay, very good. Okay, let's see who got that one. Sir Sega. Ported Dreams again. Nooner, The Fist of Love. Oh, I got it. I know how we can make this fun. It might be hard, but I'm going to figure it out. Imagine if, yeah, as people get it right, I think I can do this. I give you points, and then there's a winner. Yeah, I think I could do that. Wouldn't be too hard to develop, I think. Because I see how quickly I type in bird on my tool, and everyone who guessed, I'm able to pick out very quickly. And so on the tool, I could go into game mode, keep the filter, know the timestamp of when I've revealed the answer, and then there's just a plus button on my UI on my side to say I'm giving you guys points because you got it. And then I thought of this other idea that if we do a game that's like live streamed and on my side I plus it, every chat that you make, it will show you have this many points. And so as you chat, it's like you get to see how many points you currently have. I think I could bust that out. That could be fun. That could make it enjoyable. And then I can make an overlay on the screen that shows here's the top 5 winners so far. Could be fun. Could be fun. Okay, let's do another one. Like, I should just like go live and be like, we're testing around playing online games together. Let's see how it goes. And then you guys are giving me ideas to kind of make fun live streams. So it's win-win. Okay, it's our new one. Ooh, what is this? I don't know. Eyes Wide Shut? Okay, let's see. I don't know. You guys recognize that character? I don't recognize that actor. Ooh, Tom Cruise? James Bond? Oh, wait a second. They've only been in a few movies together. It's Eyes Wide Shut, isn't it? Yeah. The answer was Eyes Wide Shut. Okay, let's see who got that one. Dang. Eyes Wide Shut. Freaking Zero Redux. Christo. Ported Dreams. Ballistic Coffee Boy. He said it's not Eyes Wide Shut. You would not earn that point. Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut. Very good. Very good. Let's do one more. What do you guys think this one is? Yes, Zohar, you are a loser. Joker? You guys think it's Joker? Ooh. Oh, what do you guys think? Oh, it's Joker, isn't it? All right, the answer was Joker. Okay, Steve got it right at the last second. Gabriel, there's a lag, so by the time I show it, yeah. Joker, Gabriel, James, Ballistic, Ported Dreams, Sir Sega, Zero Redux. Very good. I want to do another. It's like every single time I do one, I feel like this will be our last one. Like this should be our last one. Okay, now I kind of feel like it's like, can anyone get it on this first slide? Ooh, I would love to write the tool in such a way where it's integrated tightly so you get more points the earlier you chat. And I think I can set it. I think I messed up on this stream if I turn off DVR mode, the likelihood of you having lag is much less. And I got this set up where we're on ultra fast on the chat. But if we have that DVR off, it should be pretty quick. All right, so let's go to this next one. Here we go. Ooh. I don't know. I'm going to accelerate the picture showing. I don't know. Wait, is that the Marvel girl? The Last Samurai, Kong Skull, Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah. Kong. All right, so I'm going to type in Kong. Let's see who got it. Nooner with the King Kong Island skull thing. It's definitely King Kong Island, JT Brunick. Godzilla versus Kong. Kong Skull Island. Kong Skull Island. Very good. All right, guys. That's a lot of fun. Hit one in the chat if you think we should do this in a live stream again another time. Yeah, Kongs R Us didn't get it. Yeah, I think that would be fun. I'll try to figure out a way to kind of streamline this. Yeah, I think this would be fun if I can kind of streamline it, make it fun, integrate it with my tool a little bit better. I know, like, I've got all these different ideas on the tool to, and what I really want to do is make it interactive games that we would play, and we leverage the chat as a way to feed in to the tool. And it's funny, I never had thought about connecting something like Framed into a live stream. But like at work, when we went from Hurdle to Framed, it was super enjoyable. Because, like, you know, a lot of people can recognize movies more, you know, easily than like music. So, like, a lot of us are connected by movies, but not so much by music necessarily. So the movie side is a lot of fun. Well, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. Whatever this show is, I started with an idea of maybe there's a possibility that Arcade1Up will come out with the 80s game of Gauntlet, because the background image that they use, and they like to troll us, and it kind of turned into a topic chat. And then, yeah, showing you guys Framed and maybe integrating some live stream stuff. Yeah, I think that was a lot of fun. Again, really appreciate you guys showing support to the channel. I hope you guys have a good time. I know streaming is difficult, you know, it's hard, and I don't always do it perfectly, but hopefully you guys nevertheless had a good time. So, Zaxxon, is that going to be the new 80s title? I just sold my Zaxxon, my real one. Depending on what, see, here's the thing. We're talking about Zaxxon. If it's an XL, a 19-inch vertical, I would buy it, because a 19-inch vertical would be amazing. Can we do Framed to guess the arcade room? Take pictures of the community. Whose arcade room do you think this is? Imagine we do Framed. That'd be too easy. I was like, Framed for content creators. Like, is this 19K Fox? Oh, it's 19K Fox. But you would know. Anyway, MG with Mario 2 sucked. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you guys in the next live stream. Have a good rest of your week. Take care.